So you said that you were in architecture school and you were loving it until you got your corporate job. And I feel a lot of people, they have that sensation, they have that experience where like they love their major, but then once they get into the 9 to 5, they hate it. And that was it. That was in your case too, right? So kind of explain to us what happened there and then how you kind of evolved to making your own several sets of income.
So I I always, I guess, like I went down the architecture route because I knew I wanted to make money. Like I knew I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to make good money, and I like design and I like being creative. So in school, it's all just products, and you get to be creative and express yourself through what you're designing. And then in the real world, it's nothing like that. Like I was like drawing wall details, and I was working as an intern, but it wasn't like the work I was doing because I can deal with, that type of work I got out as an intern, but it was more
Mm-hmm.
so like looking at the people that were like 40 that were, in the top positions up the corporate ladder, and I just knew that that wasn't for me. Um so I was doing this out in San Diego, and I think it was really just San Diego too, being in that environment, like beautiful outside, like there's no, like I don't want to sit at my desk all day. Like there's so much life to live. And so I ended up, how I really got into entrepreneurship and digital entrepreneurship at that is I had an incident where I totaled my car, and then I just got connected with these really awesome people. And since then, he showed me how to start trading. And from there on out, I started diving into like network marketing and, building that online business and building an organization while I'm still trading, and learning the skill set. And then I just started another online business in the network marketing field as well. So that's kind of how it all happened. I just really got connected with some really amazing people, and I had that mindset of like, all right, like I'm down to try whatever, you
Uh-huh.
know?
Wait, so what happened next? Like,
hmm
did you pick it up right away? Were you getting like instant results or no? Did it take a while?
No, it took a minute. It took a little while. Um, for the trading aspect of that, it took a little while for me because it was all new.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now
I
we're
think
good.
it disconnected. But
Now we're good. Now
okay,
we're good.
cool. I think I'm gonna take these off.
Okay. I'm gonna just pause it right now if
I
you can
think
hear.
so. Yeah, it took a while to see results. Um, you know, because it's a new space and it's something that I never
Mm-hmm.
did before, so it took a little while, but I never lost, faith in it just because I had goals set, and I came in with like an expectation of, okay, like I have to grow to achieve X, Y, and Z. So I think with my first like 3 months, like I think after my third month, I started seeing, results and stuff like that. Um, and it's crazy how I say 3 months now looking back, because people always say the work that you do today, you're not going to see results until the next 60 or 90 days from the work
Mm-hmm.
that you do today. So it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, you do a lot of hard work in the beginning, and yeah, just sticking with it.
So were you day trading? Like, what type of trades were you doing?
Yeah, so day trading. So I trade in the foreign exchange market, and I trade indices, and I trade commodities like gold and silver and stuff like that. So yeah, like once you're like really, if you're really understanding how the market moves, you can really trade anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you
Okay.
can, yeah. So I
And
started
now,
with, there's foreign currencies and then branching.
and at what point did you go into? You said you're doing network marketing. Did you do both of them at the same time, or did you kind of do one thing at a time first?
Same time, same
Oh
time.
wow.
Because let me tell you how I got started. I, it took me a while. It took me like 3 exposures to get started with this thing. So, I, my first, whenever I started this whole thing, I saw an individual, that was making $100,000 a month
Huh.
speaking. And it was my very first time I've ever like was in that type of experience. And so for me, I was like, okay, like what is he doing? I was all ears. I was so excited. I think that was the first time I got on like Instagram Live. Like I was so excited. So I think me seeing all of that in front of me and hear him speaking, it was so inspiring. He came for nothing, you know, and being in a room of those types of people, you know, I took off full force with day trading and network marketing. It was one and the same. It was within the same company.
Okay. And was one thing harder than the other? Because I feel like doing, like, at least for me, you know, this is my opinion, but doing multiple things at the same time, especially if you're just learning it, is very difficult. Were there times where you're like, okay, maybe I should just focus on one thing, or do you kind of have your own method of doing things?
Yes, there were so many times where I wanted to just be like, where I wanted to give up on the other thing, and I kind of used it as an excuse. But I mean, I definitely understand people where, yeah, they say, you know, master one thing until you add on something else. For me, I did have moments where I was like, okay, you know what, forget network marketing, it's not working, da da da. I'm just gonna focus on learning the skill set. But I think it was just something inside of me that where I knew I can do more and I was selling myself short. So for me, what really helped me was just like scheduling my day. So I worked 2 jobs. I woke up early, traded in the morning. After work, that's when I built my business. And then later at night, I would study some more. So I just really had a system down pat and scheduled my days out.
Okay. So it's not like you quit your internship, or, you know, you're still working to get a fixed income, but then on top of that, after work, you were
You're
building your
breaking
business.
up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna
I think
pause here.
okay, cool.
So I was just saying that you were working your 2 jobs. It's not like you quit cold turkey your jobs, because you need those fixed set of incomes to really build your business afterwards, right?
Yes, even though I was like, get me out of here. But yeah, I knew I had to, because it was not cheap to live out there. I was honestly living over my means, just because no one ever taught me how to spend money, how to manage money, how to budget, anything like that. So I was just doing whatever I wanted. And so, yeah, I kept my jobs until I was able to supplement that income.
Okay. So to provide a context, like, what is network marketing, and how did you kind of really start to scale to the point where you can kind of quit your 2 jobs?
So network marketing is basically it's a $1 trillion industry. It's huge, and what it basically is that you're a part of a company. There's so many different companies out there, and you have a product that you're selling. So it's not something that you can get, you know, from off the shelf or anywhere else. It's from a distributor, and the business model behind it is genius. Is how, so say I got started and, you know, you wanted to get started too. So you're plugged into my team, right? You have so much mentorship, you have all the resources. So it takes out, you know, the type of brick and mortar type business model. You know, this is something where you either buy a pack of products, right? And you can literally start your business for as low as $200, $500, $1,000, whatever it is. And how this business model is, so say you get plugged into my team, now we can help each other grow, both of our teams. So now you can generate residual income just from growing a team genuinely and authentically. And it's just a team of distributors. So usually there's in the 2 network marketing companies that I've been a part of, there's people can come in just as customers. So of course you want to have customers. So there's people that come in as customers, they use the products, and that's all. But you'll also have people out there that want to also build residual income. And for those of you that don't know, residual income is basically you do the work, you know, one time, you get compensated for it over and over again. So just like Will Smith, he still gets paid for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reruns. So that is basically residual income or real estate. So yeah, you'll have a team of distributors, and then you'll also have customers too. But it's basically like you're a company's created and they have distributors to sell a product.
Okay. And you have to sell that product through your own domains, either through your own website or social media, for example, Instagram, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I started building my online platform. I know some people that don't even have social media and they just do word of mouth. And they've built major organizations just from word of mouth. So, it's really cool because anybody, no matter who you are, can come in, and do it really how you want to do it.
Mm-hmm. So when you help other people who want to, build passive income or build multiple streams of income, do you think this network marketing, they can pick a product that they like? Maybe if they're into sports, they can sell a supplement, right? They can kind of do on their personal brand, build up their personal brand. So if they have like a large following, they can convert that following into potential customers, right? Is that kind of the model that you take it?
Yeah. So I definitely say, like, you have to believe in the product. So yeah, what was the question?
Like, do you think is the best way to sell a product with network marketing? Is it to build a social media, kind of a personal brand, build up your brand? Because if you get more attention, more followers, you can convert those followers into paying customers.
Yes. I think if you're not on social media, you're not utilizing social media,
Mm-hmm.
you're losing a little bit because it is so big, and social media is literally made, like Instagram is throwing out these things where it's like obvious that this is a selling platform. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're all here, we're selling ourselves every single day, no matter what it is. But yeah, I definitely, the people that get plugged in with me, I help them build their social media and grow their social media, and just, get out their comfort zone and build their personal brand, to connect with their audience. So yeah, I definitely think it's a big platform to use.
Okay. So what's the A, B, and C to selling a product, getting on a network marketing team and start selling products? Do you have to build up a social brand, personal brand first, find the product that you're going to sell, and then start promoting it?
So usually people start as like a customer. So they'll start as, like, I'll use an example. So for trading, I just started because I wanted to learn how to trade.
Mm-hmm.
And because I fell in love with it, I decided to do the business because I knew that this could help out so many other people. So I'm sorry, I forgot the question again.
Like, what do you use? Like, what's the A, B, and C to creating a network marketing kind of business plan? Like, for me, I think when I think about it, you have to create a personal brand first. Of course, get the product in line, and then start promoting it through your personal brand on Instagram.
So no, you do not have to. You can literally hit up your friends and family first. You don't even have to post anything on social media to
Mm-hmm.
start building your team of, your team, your network marketing team. That's usually what I tell people first, like, let's make a list of, the people that trust you, that know and trust you, and let them know, like, what it is that you're doing, because you never know who in your network, like, is looking for something different. And then, moving to social media and, I guess, coming out on social media and, starting to put your face out there. And it's honestly, for me, yes, it's about building your brand, but it's also like, just developing yourself too, and really getting out there and putting your face out there and conquering those fears. So I would say, like, A, B, C. A, use the product, understand the product, know the product like the back of your hand, and you gotta love the product. And then 2, I gotta put this in, you have to really grow belief in yourself. So you got to do personal development and stuff like that, and that definitely goes into network marketing. And then, like, C, I would say, uh, just talking about it. You got to talk about it. It's really just talking about what you love, and, starting to, you're growing your network and being intentional with growing your network every single day, whether that be people that you meet and the Starbucks line, or, at the mall, or, we have access to every single person in this world on social media. So growing your network, just following individuals, like-minded people, and just starting conversations with them. So that's what I would say, really, how you would really build your business, just
Mm-hmm.
being authentic and connecting with people.
Yeah, I think if you have a product or service that you really do like, it's going to be a lot easier to promote, because if you promote something that you don't like, then I think people can start to catch on like, oh, like he's just, or he or she is just acting here at this point. Now, you said you were working
Mhm.
with two affiliate, with two companies, two partners. One's in the financial sector, and then the other one's with the skincare or hair.
It's like hair and skincare. It's beauty and wellness.
Okay. Because I know
Hmm.
you do consultations, but is that independent of those?
Consultations, like hair
Yeah.
consultations. So it's basically the same thing. So with
Okay.
my same thing.
Okay. So is that really the first step that, if people hit you up, DM you like, hey, Danny, I really need help. I want to get out of my 9 to 5, but I don't know what to do. Is the first step to really get them introduced to some platforms or some businesses that they can kind of sell their products from, right? So for example, if you're into fitness, you can sell like I said, a supplement product, or if you're into fintech or finance, you can go into that sector. So what's really the first step to establishing yourself in this business?
So first, I always talk to these people that hit me up like, okay, what are your goals? Like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what do you have interest in? And usually when people do like hit me up, they have an interest in either, the hair, the beauty, or they want to learn how to trade. They usually tell me, but first I'm gonna get their goals. What do they want to do? And then I will get them in front of some more information. So that's the perks of having a team and being a part of an amazing, a company with so many individuals that are multimillionaires, right? You have these connections like, hey, let me put you in front of, these individuals as well. So second step, they show interest. I really get to know their goals first to see if it's even a good fit, because I don't work with everybody. And then from there, I get them in front of some more information, whether that be a video or a live Zoom call that I have with them. And then from there, we just go through, okay, which product package is going to be best for you, your budget and what you really want to achieve.
Mm-hmm. So, and
Mm-hmm.
do you have a belief system where, do you want to have more sources of income, or are you building on top of that? Like, do you kind of have the goal of building as many sources of income as possible, or really scaling what you have already?
So you're asking me,
So
so
let me ask you this. How many sources of income do you have right now?
I have about, I'm working on my fourth stream right now.
Okay. And I was going to ask, is it better to build more sources of income, or to first establish one first and scale it so that you can grow it? Or do you always think that it's better to have multiple so that if one goes down, you still have others to replace it and be safe?
Yeah, I think depending on, what it is, and I think that person. So if you have more capital,
Mm-hmm.
you can put more money in different places, and more businesses. Say you're just starting out, like just how I was, work on that one stream, and, if your goal is to get out of your job, work on that one stream of income, that additional stream of income, right, to supplement your work income. And then from there, I don't see a problem with building different, businesses, and building different, using your platform and using, your talents to, have different incomes in different areas. So I would say somebody like just starting out, like my general advice would just be pick that one thing and just go after it, and really and have a goal for what you want to do
Mm-hmm.
with that. Where do you want that to grow? And then once you're really meeting those goals, then if you feel comfortable with adding another stream of income and working on that, then definitely do it, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo
Yeah.
yourself to where you feel burnt out and uninspired.
Yeah. They say like more is not always better, right? Of course, you can just scale one, but if you only have one or two sources of income, then it can be, not sketchy, but of course you have to worry about, okay, if this source of income goes down, you can still rely on others. So maybe there's a right balance to it. But can you kind of share what your fourth stream of income is, or is it kind of a secret project?
Oh, no, it's not secret. So I have crypto
Uh-huh.
investments, trading, and then residual income from trading platform. And then I say I'm working on my fourth because that's with Monate. So I just really started up Monate. So I haven't gotten any residual income from it yet. So
Okay.
that's the one I'm like working on right now.
So really just targeting or focusing on, I guess, the finance sector here with crypto and trading and whatnot. Are you like a very number oriented person? Like, you love numbers, you love charts, you love trading and
Not at
things?
all.
No?
Not at all. Not at all. So that's why when I tell you, if you would have asked me if you'd have told me I'd be doing this 2 years ago, I'd been like, okay, yeah, you're lying. So no, and that's why I know this could be for anybody. You know, it's not, you'll look at charts and be like, okay, yeah, like it's about numbers and it's about reading graphs and stuff like that, but you don't have to love those things or be really good at those things to be able to make money in the market. So yeah, no, I'm not a numbers person.
Okay. But you're making most of your income through the programs that you sell or that you kind of market, right? But what about the trades themselves? Is it more, or day trading at least? And that's a really lucrative kind of business model because you have to know certain things to make money. You have to know the market. A lot of people shy away from it because it's a lot of stress doing it every day. Some people prefer swing trading or just investing in index funds, where it's just a long-term play. So do you literally invest every day, or do you kind of swing trade?
I would say so one cool thing about what we have is that we have a lot of artificial intelligence that helps too. So I would say 3 trades a week is what I kind of 3 to 4, sometimes 5 trades a week would be like an average. Okay. So I don't really do 10 trades a day or anything like that. Mm-mm.
And you have a Discord chat as well, right? Is it yours or is it one that you're kind of in?
It's mine. So it's mine.
No.
And we built, yeah. So we built it, me and a couple of my business partners.
Okay. So what do you guys really talk about in that Discord chat? I mean, I downloaded the app, but I haven't really used it to that extent compared to TikTok or Instagram.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't use it before this, but we use it. This is what we plug our team into. So we host different trainings and stuff like that. And it's just a community, a safe space where people can, just put in inspiration and, have just a community. I think anything you do, it's so important to have a community because a lot of people are looking for that right now. So it's really just community based. We have recorded trainings. And we would just post different informations and stuff like that. And we celebrate people's wins. So, people making money on the charts, and different things like that. It's just like a celebration community, and training.
And purpose. You also have a Facebook group too, right?
Yeah, we do. And it's free and it's open for people that want more information with trading. It's something that me and, Pax, one of my business partners, we put together just for people that might not be ready to make an investment towards themselves, and just to get them some, good information about crypto and trading and stuff like that. We wanted to just give back.
Out of curiosity, I always had this problem where, of course, on different social media platforms, you want to post different content. And because you have 2 different groups, one is a Facebook group, another one is Discord, do you kind of share the same sort of content? Or is it completely different, the way you kind of build a community around those different platforms?
So I would say it's kind of similar. So Facebook with Discord, it's kind of similar. With Facebook, we're getting a lot of just people that we don't know, but and I actually just started learning about, the importance of, building community on these Facebook pages, in the comment section, have a comment section is a community. So I think with Facebook, it's more, like lively in the fact where we can do live trainings, hop on, a Facebook live and do like a live Zoom call right then and there. And then it's just dropped, like that recording is there. And then people can continuously comment and see other people's comments, interact with people. So that's a really cool part about Facebook versus, Discord and Instagram.
So I think it is important for any entrepreneur or anyone building a business to create a community, either that's through a Facebook group or a Discord, kind of have a direct way to talk with your fans, your audience, potential customers.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I think that's what it's about, because I really noticed, like, you got to care about people. You have to care about people, and you never know who they can connect with in that community where they're like, oh, that person's story is what I needed to hear to inspire me, or he's talking about what I had a problem with. And, these different people that are coming together for, in this, a part of this one movement, you can make so many different connections and friendships and partnerships and get in business in other areas. So I think it's so important to have a community, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Now, as an entrepreneur, do you have a goal, like a set number? Like, hey, I want to make 6 figures a month. Like you kind of mentioned with the guy that you met on IG Live, I think. Do you kind of have a set number, or is it just, okay, I want to build this many businesses? Like, what's your total ambition here?
So in the next 30 days, I have a goal of $6K a month. And then in the next 6 months, I have a goal of $13K a month. And then within a year, I have a goal of 100.
That revenue or profit?
Profit.
Oh, sheesh. So have you set these mini goals before, and have you accomplished it? Like, for example, like with your very first goal is like one like $100, and then 1,000, and then 2,000.
So honestly, when I first started setting goals, I was very, very unrealistic. I was like, I'm gonna make $100,000 a month residually in 6 months. Like, I was so just excited and unrealistic. But yeah, I think and sometimes, honestly, every single goal that I've set, I've hit it after my goal date. And I've hit it after my goal date. So for example, this past year, like a few months back, I had a goal of $2,000 a month residually. And I went on tour for like 3 weeks and 4 weeks, and I was still at $1,000 a month. And it was right the day when I got back from tour and I hit my goal. And, I had set that goal like for a month prior. But, it's so important to set these goals, even though people are afraid to set goals because they're afraid of failing and they're afraid of not meeting the goal. But it's just a date. It's just a date, and it's a target. You got to like have a target set, or you're not going to be okay. If you just say, okay, I want to make, 50 grand a month. Okay, well, when? Because if you don't set that goal, it's not going to initiate action every single day.
Nah, I totally agree with that. You have to set a goal, no matter how lucrative it is, because if you don't have a goal, you're kind of just working every day without any meaning, if that makes sense. And I guess one of the most lucrative examples is Elon Musk with Tesla and SpaceX, saying that he's going to launch rockets. Every deadline he set, he always misses it, right? Because a lot of his projects are lucrative, but the fact that he still accomplishes it. And if you have a deadline, it kind of makes you work harder. If you don't have something to do, or a to-do list, or a task that has to be done within X amount of days, X amount of weeks, then you kind of just take a step back. But if you have a deadline, that makes you work a lot harder,
Right, exactly. And you have a focus. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's so important. One thing too, and I used to not do, you got to break down that goal. So like, how many sales do you need? How many new connections do you need to make every single day? Like that sort of thing. So that's also something that you got to do. You have to set that end goal and then work backwards. Like, okay, what do I need to do today? Mm-hmm. Every single day. So yeah, definitely agree.
Now, are you the entrepreneur that, that is always looking for more and more opportunities, or do you kind of like to live, kind of like take a step back, relax, reward yourself as well, and then get back to the work? Because there's other entrepreneurs who just want to work and that's all they do, but then they don't have any time, or maybe they don't want to just chill out, go travel. What's kind of your style?
I wish I could be more celebratory. Sometimes I don't know why, but I feel bad for not working. I feel bad for not, doing certain things. So I haven't really like taken a break. I've taken like nights, a night break where I like go and celebrate a friend or something like that, like every now and then. Whenever I first started this, like my roommate was so sick of me. I never hung out with her. I stayed in my room. I did work in my car. She never saw me. And that's just how I was. And that's how I was with school. My friends didn't see me in school. I was very into my schoolwork. So I'm definitely more of like, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Like,
But does it get like lonely as an entrepreneur? Like, to be real?
It would, but I have an amazing team and I have amazing mentors. I've definitely felt times where, I don't know if I would say lonely, but maybe like feeling of why am I going through this type thing, or I felt like I'm the only one feeling these emotions. So I guess you can say like that type of lonely feeling, but I've always had support, and my family has been rocking with me. My sister's doing this with me, my boyfriend's doing this with me. So I just have an amazing team, so it doesn't really feel like I'm on this journey alone.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you had a mentor. Now, how did you get your mentor? How did you find your mentor? And is it essential nowadays, or at least important, to find a mentor if you're just getting started, to get yourself in the ropes and learn from the best?
It's so important. I didn't realize how important it was, because that's with anything like fitness or spiritual. If you really want to expedite that learning curve and like get to the end, quicker. That's what a mentor does. It cuts out like the not all the mistakes, but a lot of the time that it took them to get there. And also just someone to like hold you accountable. So my mentor, the guy that actually got me started with everything, introduced me to network marketing and everything like that, he wasn't really my mentor. It was his mentor that became my mentor, and it was just him. He kind of took me under his wing, and he guided me through everything and really helped me grow, gave me audios to listen to. And I think that was something that I needed. If it wasn't for him, honestly, I don't know how far I would have gone with what I was doing. So it's so important to have a mentor.
So you got to tell me, what's the hardest thing? Because from my view, this seems like a little bit like too easy, but I'm sure hell it's not. So what are like the hardest or the most challenging things to actually make a living off this and, make at least 5 figures a month?
The hardest thing is, I think the first challenge that you have to face is, you got to believe that you can do it. You got to believe that it's possible for you. Like, of course you can see all these other people succeeding, but you have to believe like, there's no different, like I can do the same thing, to have the same resources. So I think that's the first thing, is really developing that confidence. And then just once you have that, going through it, like really understanding that everything that you're going through, these challenges, is just temporary, and not letting it, take you completely off course, and just keep going, like, knowing the end goal. So just staying true to that vision, and still believing in it when nothing's going right. I didn't get my first, team member, and I was the type of person, like, I had called like 250 people. One person got started with me. They left the next month, and it took me like 2.5 months, almost 3 months, to like hit my first, have a result in the first company. So it's just really, I think the hardest part is just remembering why you started, and, sticking it through, and just believing that you can do it, because challenges are going to come.
So you think the majority of it is just a mindset thing, and then the rest is just the actual effort?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Because you said it takes 60 to 90 days to actually see some results, if you're lucky. If not, it can take a lot longer, and you need that patience. You need to get that learning curve out the way to kind of see, okay, this is actually starting to work. I can make something of this, for example.
Yes, it's definitely a mental battle, because you'll start feeling like, and results will come, and then you could lose it all. So I've had that happen to me too. And I've had people leave that, you know, our family and like really close to. So those things were hard, but it's definitely a mental thing. It's definitely a mental thing.
And you think it's a lot harder for people who are working in the 9 to 5 where, you know, no matter what their effort is really, you know, maybe they can have a bad week or an excellent week. They're still going to get paid the same. But as an entrepreneur, you can work countless amount of hours, be extremely productive the first couple of months, but not see anything. And then out of nowhere, you get your first dollar, and then that first dollar becomes 100 and 1,000. Then it starts to really grow from there. So you think that mentality as a 9 to 5er is kind of hard to change? You kind of have to develop that skill and really change your mindset over time.
Yes. It's so, you have to be willing to change your mindset. Like it is harder because for employees, we're used to that instant gratification. Like we're in a microwavable society. We want things quick. So it's not going to be entrepreneurship isn't cut out for everybody. So yeah, I definitely say that people in that type of mindset, it is harder. And then one thing that I really look for is, are these people like willing to change? Do they want to change? Are they willing to change? And are they a hustler? You know, are they a hard worker?
Yeah.
And I think it's, you know, I really take it as part of my responsibility to help those individuals grow. You know, of course you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, but, you know, giving them the resources for them to change their mindset, because you can, that's something that you can change.
Yeah. I think there's always a possibility, you know, even during times like these, everything's online. You can definitely make money online during COVID. And it's just crazy what's going on. Is there any resource or resources that you kind of recommend to anyone? It can be like, you know, a podcast or a book that really helped you captivate entrepreneurship, the hustle, you know, learning a couple of tactics about network marketing or trading, or just being, you know, like, I guess, a leader in that sense.
Yeah, I would say, let me decline her. Yes, I would say, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a must read. Think and Grow Rich is a must read. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a must read. No matter what you're doing, anything that you do is a people business. You're always interacting with people. Your money is in somebody else's pockets, no matter what you're doing. So you gotta read that book. So I would say those three, and also listening to the Secret. Have you watched The Secret?
Wait,
yeah.
Is it a show, podcast, movie?
It's a movie. The movie.
Secret. What's it based on? Like, what? Tell me the gist.
So it's based on law of attraction.
Is it on Netflix?
No, but it's on YouTube.
Okay.
You can look it up on YouTube. It's a must watch because you gotta really, like, Bob Proctor, is somebody that I've been studying, from the beginning, and like Earl Nightingale. The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale, it's an audio. The Secret is a must watch on YouTube, and then those three books for sure.
Are you more of like an audio book type of person, or do you like to actually see the text and read it word by word?
So I like to actually like read it by text. I like listening to like motivational audios and stuff like that, but like my mind, I'll blink out and not be hearing it. So for my audiobooks, I'll have to like listen to that thing like 6 times.
I got
no, you're good.
I was gonna say, no, when you read a book like word by word, it hits different from like an actual audiobook. So I mean, everyone's different, but I do feel weird because when I consume information, like say through a podcast, you know, you can consume so much information a lot faster than reading a book. But like I said, for me at least, it can be different for someone else. When you read that book, it just resonates a lot better compared to just like an audiobook.
I agree too. I like having that. It's like relaxing too.
Oh yeah, it can be like a leisure. So yeah. So Danielle, I don't want to take too much of your time. So if people like want to learn more about you, learn more about, you know, network marketing and trading, where can they hit you up and find more about you?
So I would go to my Instagram's the best place to get a hold of me. So my IG handle is Danielle, Danielle in Mason. And then also on Facebook as well, but everything is really from my Instagram. So that's a good place to get a hold of me.
Okay. And where can they join your Discord chat or your Discord group? Is it also
So
on your?
my Discord group is only for my team. So
Okay.
only for my team, but my Facebook page is open. And that can be found in my Instagram too, as well, in the link in my bio. I have a link to head to my Facebook page.
Dope. So I'll put in the show notes of this podcast episode, I'll put all your links, your social, the Facebook group link as well. If anyone wants to join that and be part of your community, they can certainly do so.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This was fun.
For sure, Danielle. I really do appreciate it.
Of course. Talk soon.